everything is all set and good to go. Hey everyone, it's Steven from Toastamac, and today we have a very special live stream today because I'm joined with a special guest, Miss Katherine, from a group called the Cognity. How's it going, Katherine?
It's going great. How are you?
Doing good. Do you prefer Miss Katherine or Kate, or maybe
Kate.
Kate? Okay.
Kate is perfectly fine. Thank you.
Okay. Just want to double check to make sure. All right. So, to get us started, for those who may not know who you are, could you give an introduction as to who you are and what you do?
My name is Kate, Kate Stankevich. I'm a co-founder and CEO of Cognity. The Cognity is an AI application for learning social skills, specifically designed for individuals on the autism spectrum. And I'm extremely happy for you to have me on this live stream. And yeah, thank you a lot.
No problem. Happy to have you here. So it looks like the audio is coming out good. Otherwise, chat will let me know. And then for those that are interested in learning more about the Cognity, I'm going to post a link to the website both on the YouTube chat and the Twitch chat real quick. Let me take a moment. There we go. All right. So, I have a list of questions to ask, so we'll go through those first, and then, depending on, how much time there is, or no, we can be good on time. If there's any questions that the chat has, feel free to type it in the comments section, and I'll try to ask those questions once the questions I have here are done. All right, so let's start with the first one, and that is, what inspired you to start the Cognity in the first place?
Thank you a lot for asking this question. To be honest, the story is quite simple. I have a brother who is on the autism spectrum. He's extremely clever guy. But unfortunately, sometimes he feels lonely and he just thinks that it's wonderful to have and make new friends. And my background is in programming, right? And so at first, I couldn't really help him that much because there is literally no interception between two of the points. But when technology developed to a point where it could support something as complex as training social skills, I immediately decided to start the Cognity. And that's basically how it started, right? Because the whole program was created together with professional psychologists and neuroscientists from the US, Switzerland, and Poland.
Wow.
And is now helping all over the world.
That's
And
awesome.
thank you. I'm super excited about all of this, and I'm glad to be here. And yeah, that's, to be honest, my story.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome to have this collaboration with I believe it was Switzerland, Poland, and the United States. Like, it's really
Exactly.
awesome that people from around the world are getting to experience this platform, because one of the biggest obstacles for a lot one of the biggest obstacles for a lot of autistic people is social skills and that communication barrier, trying to connect with other people. And it's
Yeah.
like, when I was learning more about what the Cognity does, it's something that can be very helpful, and it's something that I feel like a lot of families can benefit from.
I'm glad to hear this. I'm very glad to hear this. Thank you.
Awesome. So for the second question, and I'm really glad that there's a certain someone in the chat. There's someone named Connor the Dragon. So I think he in particular might be very interested in this question, because I hear that you guys have a certain mascot with you, by the name of Kagi the Dragon. You want to talk about that a bit more?
Absolutely. I'm glad that somebody in the chat is a Connor the Dragon and we have a Kogi the Dragon. Um, that's a really wonderful coincidence. But our platform is, to be honest, it's built to support, this is a place of support and trust and safe environment, right? So that's why we introduced the Kogi the Dragon. And this little guy, he basically guides everyone through the platform and becomes the very first friend they meet there. Because the platform in itself can be tricky, complicated. It's the whole path, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the idea is the Kogi will support you through the whole journey.
That's
That's Corgi the dragon.
cool. It's actually very nice to like not only have like someone or a feature to kind of walk you through the process, but like having this little dragon to help you. It makes it not only more fun, but also like child friendly and whatnot. Like it's something really fun for them to explore. And it's
Exactly.
like it kind of brings me back to when I used to play. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this, but there was a series of computer games called Jumpstart where
Oh
you would
yeah.
have these little mascots like there was a dog, there was a rabbit or like a frog depending on which game you were playing, and these for lack of a better word mascots would kind of like walk with you as you're like exploring the game, playing the different features, and discovering what there is or like asking for help if need be. So it's like it's really smart and like and also inviting in a way that to have a mascot like invite you to like, hey, welcome to this world. I'm so and so, and welcome to this place. I can walk you through the process, show you what all there is, and help you have fun. So it's actually really nice that you have a mascot for this.
Thank you. Yeah, the whole idea is, to be honest, is to add a little bit of gamification to the education,
Mm-hmm.
because the education processes in general is complicated no matter what you're studying, and the Kogi is supposed to help people, and like exactly how you're explaining, to make it like more fun and interesting. So that's the idea.
That's awesome. All right, so for the third question, now we know there's some features and activities to help autistic people with learning social skills and overcoming communication barriers. This next question is there a particular part in the app that is your favorite or something that you really enjoy in particular?
Yeah, I'm kind of biased, right? I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm the creator, so I love all the exercises.
I mean, we can all be a
Um,
little biased towards with our own creations. Like sometimes we play favorites.
exact, a little bit, right? A little bit. But that's the idea, to be honest. One of my favorite exercises is the voice exercise. Um, Personally, it's one of the most wonderful and complex exercises at the same time. And it helps you to feel more confident when you speak and give feedback if you're talking too fast or too slowly, too loudly or too quietly, or even if you deviate from the topic. And that's why I like this exercise, because it handles all the different parts of the speech. So from my perspective, like my personal perspective, this is my favorite, to be honest. So yeah.
That's actually pretty useful too because I know there were times like especially through college where I would have this conversation, but it's like for one reason or another it kind of like deviates a little bit. It kind of goes a
Mm.
little off topic, or like I hit like a roadblock where it's just like I run out of things to say. And like I remember when me and mom were recently doing a video recording about autism and PTSD, the first recording, we actually got sidetracked a lot. Like we must have been way off course. And it was like when me and mom looked at that video, it was like we were like, oh no, we have to redo that. So it's like
Which is awkward.
yeah, exactly. So it's like, staying on topic and keeping flow with the conversation. It's not as easy as everyone would think, as you were saying, like there's quite a bit that you have to take into account. Like, if you're talking too fast or talking too slow, talking too loud or talking too soft, or if you're steering off topic. So it's actually cool that one of the activities helps you with that. So that way, it helps improve with conversations. It also helps improve focus in a way because part of that is also about, paying attention and remembering what the subject of the conversation is all about. So that way, both all people involved, all parties involved can, contribute to that conversation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And especially it's very complicated when you start the conversation in one direction, right? And afterwards you change it. The person not always would be able to grasp it. So it's extremely tricky and extremely complicated to be on track, because there is a lot of things, a lot of like events happening in your life, and it's extremely important to keep on track, right? And that's why the conversation can happen both ways rather than just being a monologue. So
Yeah, and
absolutely.
yeah, and then like the other part of it is like if someone changes the conversation and the other person doesn't know much or anything about it, then again it gets
Exactly.
pretty awkward. So,
Yeah. Mm.
um, now I know you've worked on this for quite a while, and throughout the creation process, there are some moments here and there where we tend to have a little bit more fun than usual. So this next question is, what was the funniest moment you had with the app? Like, what was that moment that really got you laughing, or like you were having a whole lot of fun with it? Like, what was the funniest moment? I
Yeah,
see you
there's quite,
cracking
to be
up
honest, a
already.
lot of stories, a lot of stories like this. But I think one of my favorite ones was when we launched the app. We needed to visit a lot of foundations to basically gather feedback, to talk to people, to understand if they like it or not, like, the most basic stuff.
Mhm.
And basically, at one of these events, while working with a group, it was like a group of teenagers, a child like stopped everything, like the whole conversation just stopped because they wanted to ask if the corgi has a girlfriend, and the whole conversation immediately turned into a discussion about the dragon dating life. And the logic was quite simple, to be honest, and I understand it. If the corgi was supposed to teach about social skills and how to find a partner, he should have a partner, right?
I mean,
Himself.
it would help. I mean,
Exactly. And the whole conversation just turned around it. It was extremely funny, especially with a group. It was the conversation for many, many hours afterwards as well. So,
well, it certainly gives them something to remember.
exactly. Who doesn't want to know about dragons' dating life,
yeah.
right?
It's like latest update in the Cognity. Kagi has a girlfriend.
The major news.
well, that's a that's definitely a memorable story.
Exactly. And the way and like afterwards, this story was retold like many, many times, and it still is funny even after the years of working on this project. It just is. So
Well,
yeah.
it's good to have moments like that because it kind of makes the whole career process all the worthwhile. Like it's not just working on stuff and improving stuff, but it's also like the fun moments you have here and there that really make it worthwhile and makes it very memorable. Can't say it's
Exactly.
boring.
Absolutely not.
All right. So, for this next question, um, we know that autism is more likely shown during childhood rather than adulthood. Um, and sometimes there's this notion where when people get into the adult world, some people believe that, autism just disappears, which we know that's not true. It's just, as we grow older, we learn more about, social stuff, and then like the traits of autism become less visible during adulthood. So, usually, with that in mind, there are a lot of services that are, mostly dedicated to autistic children. So, this
Mm.
next question is, what age group is this app for?
Yeah, so this app is designed for both kids and adults, with different exercises tailored specifically to different age groups. So one like the youngest people we expect to see in our platform is 6 years old, and one of our oldest users is about 55.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's quite a big range, but there are different topics, there are different exercises specifically targeted for the specific age groups. So yeah.
That's actually really cool because like not only is the Cognity helping autistic individuals of all ages, but um to make sure no age group is neglected, but also like being able to tailor the exercises based on, the age group. It feels like, not only is it like, a show of progression, of growth over time, assuming people use the Cognity for like a long period of time, like maybe they grow out of that 6 to 12 range and then starting to get into like, 12 or above, they start to get into like maybe more of the advanced stuff. So it really helps with, not only age groups, but also, for longevity, so that there's like new things they can learn, new skills to practice and stuff. And it's cool that, it helps take the different age groups into account. Like you were mentioning, like the oldest one was 55, if I remember correctly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so I definitely seen this being a very useful tool and very helpful one. And that again, because of because it's segmented into different age groups, it kind of helps with where the individual is in that life, in their point of life, I should say. All right.
No, absolutely, absolutely. And especially, for example, like it's just different interests, right? The topics we can cover, like finding friends, the topics which are popular doesn't matter if you're 6 or you're 15 or you're 50, doesn't matter, right? But rather the materials which you would like to see, or the context of the situations which you would like have, it's absolutely different. In one case, let's say when you're like 6 years old, it's probably a kindergarten, right? Afterwards it's more school, or like some coffee shop or whatever. Afterwards it's work or university. It develops with the time. So that's what we are trying to adjust to the context when the social situation occurs, and that is what is important for us. So yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. All right. So, the last question we have before we open it up to chat, if they have any questions, is where can people go to try out this app? Like, I have the link that you shared with me, so I'll post that in the chat. So it's like
Thank you.
thecognity.com.
Yes, absolutely. Thecognity.com. And by the end of September, we plan to release a mobile version of the application, because currently it's available on the desktop. And you would be able to download it from a Play Store or Apple App Store. So anywhere, in any place of the world, with any device, it will be available for you. But
Nice.
yeah, so far, you just need to go to thecognity.com. Thank you.
Okay. So like we have the computer version right now, but they can still access it on their phone, right?
They can. The resolution maybe not will be the best. We recommend at the current situation to use the desktop, like the laptop or the tablet. The
Okay.
phone is not the best option right now, but by the end of September, it will be very easy to use. So yeah.
Okay, that's good because that actually helps me out with my recording stuff. Because I'll actually be working on the promotional video later this week, and as soon as that video is ready, we will let you guys know about that. So, I believe that was the last question we have. Now we're going to open it up to the chat, and and Connor the Dragon already.
Wonder
See,
if the dragon is going for it, I guess.
See, I knew he was going to ask it. Like, I had this feeling he was going to ask it. So, Connor the Dragon asks, so why did you choose a dragon as a mascot among any other animals? Why the dragon?
To be honest, the story is very like simple and straightforward. When I was a child, I had a mascot, like a toy, with which I was sleeping with, like as a baby, of a dragon. And the whole story just stayed with me. And I thought, like, what animal would be better than the dragon who always protected me during my childhood? So there is a dragon. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing wrong with having a simple answer because, like, we've seen many times throughout media where it's like, there's this friendly dragon. I think there was this PBS Kids cartoon. I think it was called.
I know what you're referring to. Yeah.
I think it's called Dragon Tales, if I remember correctly. See, now I'm good.
Something like you said.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's
Yeah.
it. Dragon Tales. Yeah. So stuff like that where they have these friendly dragons, and there's actually this high school friend of mine, David Donaldson. I can introduce you to him a little later. And what he does is he has this online store called Tiny Dragon's Treasure Trove, where he actually has dragon plushies and little storybooks to go with them.
That's amazing, no? Like you can create the whole universe of a dragon.
Yeah, exactly, And it's like there's a lot of versatility with dragons. I mean, some people grew up with dragons. Some people think dragons are supposed to be awesome and scary and stuff. And some see them cute and cuddly. And there's not really a right or wrong way to go about it. So it's pretty cool. All
That's
right.
true. And like also now a social media, if you would be ever interested, you would be able to see the whole growth and how the Kogi was created and what is his personal background is. Um, his parents, his education, how he became a master of social skills. The whole story is available on our Instagram, on LinkedIn, or Facebook. So
Oh wow! So there's
please
like
do
a whole
visit.
story to the dragon.
Exactly. How else would
Nice.
you have a whole Kogi?
Hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. All right. So just one last call for any other questions before we wrap it up. Yeah, just to make sure no questions go unchecked. Just gotta double check right here. Okay. Let's just give it about a minute or so. And while we're waiting on this, while we're waiting for another minute or two, is there any final thoughts that you want to share about the Cognity, or something that you want the viewers to know about it?
First of all, I wanted to say a huge thank you for inviting me here. It's a huge honor to be a part of it, and extremely excited to be here. So thank you a lot. If anybody is interested in the Cognity, please do visit. We are always glad to see the new users. And again, like I really appreciate to be a part of this wonderful live stream, and thank you a lot.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, and I feel honored that you reached out to me, talking about this and wanted to do this collaboration. I feel honored about it too, because for someone to take a look at my content and want to collaborate with me, it really means a lot. So I really want to give this collaboration the best chance I got. I'll definitely share this live stream once it's over. I'll share it either later tonight or later this week, because I know tomorrow's Labor Day and they're probably gonna do Labor Day stuff, so sometime this
Yeah.
week. um so thank you so much for this amazing opportunity. I definitely want to make this promotional video the best possible, so I'll definitely keep in touch as the progression goes. And hopefully we'll get the best final product possible. So thank you so much for reaching out to me, and thank you so much for taking time to do this interview. I'm sure our audience enjoys it, and yeah, I'm sure our audience definitely enjoyed it, and I really appreciate this opportunity. So again, thank you so much for not only joining in on this interview and inviting me to do this promotional video, but most of all, thank you for what you're doing for the autistic community, because it's really something that could be very beneficial to the community. So thank you.
I appreciate for all these kind words. To be honest, it's really like something what motivates me every time. And the last conversation we had, it was a very inspiring conversation. And I was talking to my co-founder, and it was just it was wonderful. I can't say and can't add even more. So yeah.
And Z Creates says, I just hope the journey goes well. Well, thank you, Z Creates. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So I think that's about all the questions we have. So think it'll probably be a good time to wrap this up. So thank you very much for watching, everybody, whether you're watching this live or watching it later. And again, thank you so much, Miss Kate, for joining us on this special live stream. So if you guys want to check this out for yourselves, don't forget to go to thecognity.com. I'll just post it here one last time because why not? So don't forget to check out that website, see for yourself what the Cognity has to offer, and I think you'll enjoy it. I really think you'll enjoy it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I hope you have a good rest of the day too, Miss Kate. And
Thank you, likewise.
yeah. So thank you very much for watching, and until the next video or live stream, see you later.
Bye.